to the square? Just what kind of feeling do you get while you're doing that?
Oh, it's been a long time ago, but we knew that we were standing up for what was not fair. It was not fair to discriminate against black students by and how you punish students who are involved in fights. It was not fair, to not talk about the contributions of all Americans, and certainly not talk about the contributions of African Americans in a public school curriculum. And I think that's another issue that needs addressed even now. Because of the rapid changing diversity in America, we need to have within our public school system courses on diversity in America. Because the demographics are rapidly changing. You've got a lot of tension and polarization because people have not dealt with the issues of race or difference or tolerance. And so in my mind back then, we were standing up for what we perceive to be our rights as citizens, our parents' rights as taxpayers, to ensure that we got a quality education and that we were not treated unfairly, by the administration or by the public school district. And it actually changed the policies and practices. They actually, incorporated, like I said, a curriculum that dealt with the contributions of African Americans. And so to do that, number one, you take pride in the fact that you're willing to speak up. You take pride in the fact that you were participating in the political process, even though there were some people who, thought that, I remember getting a postcard in the mail, and it said, I still have that postcard somewhere, it said, it said basically, we've been good to you niggas, don't be a smart aleck and mess it up. And I'm talking about during this particular time, in 1971, I was probably a sophomore at Drury College. And so my mother was always very concerned that, there were people who would maybe harm me or that people would, retaliate against us because we were standing up for what was right, what we felt was right, and that was a part of the civil rights movement. So, although my parents may have been afraid, I was not afraid. I felt that what we were doing needed to be done, that even at that time as a young man, I probably thought that our parents and our grandparents were a little bit too passive, because here we are dealing with some of these issues that were not only national issues, that were local issues. And, parents, if it hadn't been for students standing up and addressing these particular issues, I don't know if our parents would have. But they did support us. And so you felt like you were making a contribution. You felt like you were being able to